This is Ethan's story. Ethan was a talented, passionate singer-songwriter who dreamed of a successful career as a musician. Ethan's talent caught the eye of a man named Mark, who seemed genuinely interested in helping him achieve his dreams. Mark was well-dressed, confident, and claimed to be a music producer with connections. He approached Ethan after a local performance, offering to mentor him. Flattered and excited, Ethan saw this as an incredible opportunity. Mark built trust by attending all of Ethan's shows. He made Ethan feel special, promising him bigger gigs and studio time. Mark seemed to genuinely care about Ethan's well-being and became someone he could confide in. Gradually, Mark started to isolate Ethan from his support system. He discouraged him from spending time with his friends and family, claiming any personal time was holding him back. Ethan wanted to prove himself as an artist, so he started distancing himself from the people who truly cared about him. Mark began to control and manipulate Ethan by playing on his insecurities and fears, convincing him that he needed his guidance to succeed. Ethan's self-esteem plummeted, and he became reliant on Mark to make decisions. Mark introduced Ethan to a glamorous lifestyle, taking him to LA parties and introducing him to influential people. Drugs and alcohol were limitless at these parties, and Mark would tell Ethan it was important to loosen up and be friendly. In a vulnerable state, he was then coerced into sexual situations with Mark and his friends. With all the promises of fame and success held over his head, Ethan had unknowingly fallen into a cycle of exploitation. He was being trafficked for sex, and his dreams were shattered. A close friend of Ethan's noticed him pulling away and grew concerned, approaching Ethan with empathy and understanding, helping Ethan realize that he was a survivor.
This is Madison's story. Madison had a great childhood and came from a supportive family. She had big dreams and aspirations, believing that nothing could harm her. Madison was a content creator on social media. Passionate about makeup, she quickly grew a following by posting "Get Ready With Me" videos. During this time, she started noticing a follower named Rachel, who engaged with every post by leaving nice comments. It made Madison feel good, and she made sure to like her comments and reply. Rachel started to gain Madison's trust by sticking up for her if she saw any hate in the comments. Their conversations moved from the comment sections to the DMs. This connection sparked a bond, and Madison began to confide in Rachel about her dreams and fears. Slowly, Rachel began to pull Madison away from friends and family. She told Madison she should dedicate more time to social media if she wanted to grow her brand. Rachel made it seem like she was the only one who truly cared about her becoming a popular influencer, leading Madison to distance herself from the people she loved, spend more time creating content, and become emotionally dependent on Rachel. Soon, Rachel manipulated her way into becoming Madison's manager. Rachel introduced Madison to offers and privileges that seemed glamorous on the surface, but Rachel was really using Madison for her own personal gain and playing on her insecurities and fears. She knew Madison wanted to make it on her own, and she used that against her to manipulate her into taking every brand deal that came her way, regardless of the terms. She often put her into compromising situations so that she could reap the benefits, such as claiming a huge percentage of her fee and keeping PR packages as her own. Madison was unknowingly trafficked. Trapped in a cycle of manipulation, she found herself in a situation she never thought would happen to her. Noticing the subtle changes in Madison and questioning the nature of her odd relationship with Rachel, a brand representative that Madison had worked with since her early days grew concerned. Instead of shrugging it off, he reported the situation to the national hotline as a precaution. He helped Madison understand that he believed what Rachel was doing was a form of grooming, and she was being manipulated. The bystander provided resources and support, guiding Madison to professional help and relevant organizations that combat human trafficking. Now, educated on what was happening, Madison could begin her journey of healing.
This is Maya's story. Maya was a vibrant and talented artist who had recently come out as a member of the LGBTQ+ community. While her family didn't understand and was unsupportive at first, the queer community embraced her, and she found herself surrounded by people who celebrated her authentic self. One night at a club, Maya met a woman named Alex. Alex was charismatic, well-connected, and influential, and made Maya feel special. They started dating and quickly formed a close bond, spending a lot of time together and sharing personal stories. Maya felt a sense of belonging that she had never experienced before. Alex started introducing Maya to big names in the art world. She promised her thrilling opportunities to showcase her artwork and gain exposure. As part of the grooming process, Alex showered her with compliments and attention, which made Maya feel loved. As their relationship deepened, Alex gained Maya's trust, becoming someone Maya relied on for support and advice. Alex preyed upon the fact that Maya's family was lukewarm about her queerness, emphasizing that they would never accept her and telling her that she was her only family now. Maya, unknowingly falling into the trap, cut off her family, leaving her completely dependent on Alex for food, shelter, and her livelihood. Now that Maya was isolated, Alex intensified her control. She manipulated her by exploiting her insecurities, making her believe that she was the only person who truly accepted her. Maya's self-esteem plummeted, leaving her emotionally dependent on Alex for validation and affection. Finally, Alex began to exploit Maya's vulnerabilities. Alex manipulated Maya into having sex with her associates in exchange for the opportunities and stability she was promised. She was told to be open and be cool. At first, Maya didn't know there was money being exchanged, and when she found out, Alex claimed she was helping her build her future. Unknowingly, Maya was being sex trafficked and felt trapped under Alex's control. A concerned friend noticed all the ways Alex had control over Maya. They were educated about the warning signs of grooming and knew they had to act. The friend reported the situation to the national hotline. Maya, finally realizing the manipulation she had endured, was placed in a restoration home and began her journey of healing and recovery.
Anyone can be trafficked, regardless of location, age, race, ethnicity, ability, gender identity, or sexuality. Educate yourself on what human trafficking is to help prevent situations like these from happening to someone else. Human trafficking involves the use of force, fraud, or coercion in exchange for sex or labor. While force may not be the most widely recognized form of human trafficking, it accounts for less than 6% of trafficking cases. Watch for warning signs in your friends and take action if something doesn't feel right. You might notice signs of grooming such as excessive attention, secrecy, and isolation from friends and family. You might notice dramatic changes in their demeanor, behavior, and personalities such as anxiety, depression, drug abuse, or issues at school. You might notice that someone in their life has a controlling presence, such as monitoring their location or communications. You might notice this person is being showered with lavish gifts, money, or opportunities. By joining us in educating your friends about what human trafficking is and how to prevent it, you're helping to shut down trafficking and validate the intrinsic value of all human beings. You have to know what trafficking is before you can stop it. Get the info you need at setmefreeproject.net. Trafficking stops with me.